brain dead shit that Putler said in some interview. Basically, that Russia will modernize and create more than 1,600 tanks, which is never gonna happen. That the difference between aviation in Russia versus Ukraine will be um, will be 10-fold. So like one fold is like 10 times, so 10-fold is 100 times. So I don't understand why can't they just say like 100 times, which obviously not gonna happen. And yeah, they're saying that the amount of tanks Russia will have will be 3 times more as the amount of tanks of Ukraine. Not gonna happen. And because and I'm saying none of this is gonna happen is because Russia as a country is very not very, it's totally corrupt and it's totally bankrupt in terms of being able to actually create stuff. If it's not like basically if it's not modern kind of a joint venture between some Western country or like maybe whatever, like Korean country, Japanese, whatever it might be. If it's not a joint venture where like all the technology is brought up by the Western countries, Western, like I'm saying, in the mentality anyway, right? Not the China sort of shit, right? Not the dictatorship states of like authoritarian states of like Central Asia, whatever, and not Russia or Belarus. Yeah. So basically, if not for the Western countries, if not for the democratic countries, Russia doesn't have any ability to produce anything, which is very noticeable in terms of even like those sort of drones that even like simpler drones Russia cannot make on their own at all. So they will definitely not have 1,600 tanks. They've destroyed a big portion of their inventory already of tanks, aircrafts, obviously, all sorts of guns, all sorts of like artillery, so on and so forth. Like, I think I've seen the estimates that Russia's already lost like half of its basically inventory, at least in certain positions. So obviously, like Putler, I mean, he probably doesn't know that because he's created a system that is built on lies, on all sorts of lies, starting with even like with the disinformation and misinformation that he was receiving himself, that even justified sort of the attack on Ukraine in the first place in 2022. That is, and I have like a really big sort of like a reporting done by journal by magazine called Verstka, but I'm going to talk about it, I think, next time in the next episode because we've got quite a lot of stuff today to go for anyway. So yeah, it's just like it's like absolutely like this is a face of an absolute lunatic who probably on some level starts to understand that he is losing this war and he is going to lose this war. Yeah, the only thing obviously I would want is for that to happen quicker, because it means that less Ukrainian people, Ukrainian civilians, Ukrainian forces, right, Ukrainian army personnel would die, and that's the only thing that matters really. Saving people's lives, because this is the most important thing in this whole universe, to be frank. A single person's life. Of normal people. Lives like of this cunt, of Putler. Yeah, I would really want, really prefer to end that life. For his life to end. Yeah. So just some brain dead shit. Like I was thinking, even like looking at more kind of at a bigger sort of list of points about this interview, but it's just so brain dead that it's like I don't even like. There's no real sort of help, or not help. There's no real value. what it is. And no real value even going through that, because it's just brain-dead propaganda that he himself is being fed, basically. So he doesn't understand the real picture, the reality of it all. Yeah. So fuck him. Yeah.